going live. Hey there. What do you say there, world? We are finally back. I've got friends. I don't have friends until the Amazing Race comes around, and then, I have my three people here who are my friends, at least for a few months. Okay, so let's start with my colleague, James Earl, down below. A doctor, incredible racer, and all-around great guy. And then, of course, we had to bring the one who has the beauty and the brawn and the skills and everything that Joey is not. This is Jen. How are you, Jen? And oh my God, it's been a while. And then I got someone who makes me look like the good guy, and actually makes me look good when I'm standing side by side with that mop of a head. That is Joey Cavino with his. Is that real hair? Oh God, is it gray? What is? Is it a color? I don't even know what color that is. I think you should go all one way. You go all black, go all gray, go silver. That's not graceful. That's just ugly. It's just, ugh. Yeah, see what's going on with Joey's head? All right, in chat, let me know what you think about Joey's hair. All right. The Queen. Oh. Ugh. The Queen. Just stop. All right. We won't talk about the Queen on the show here. I don't need Yeah. Feel so sorry for her. Yeah. Colonized, 30 countries in Africa while she was pregnant. Go for it. All right. So anyway, let's she's such a great human. Barely here. Okay, let's change that. Let's change that. Systematical events, properties. You guys will be on system. Okay.
That's a good thing about live feedback. Is you don't record the whole thing and find out later.
Exactly. All right, so they're going to say Justin is double. Justin is double. All right, right now. Okay, here we go. Everybody should be able to hear everybody. You guys should be able to hear me. Jen?
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
All right. Can you hear Jen? Can you hear? All right, can you hear? We're waiting our live production, baby. There you go. Yeah. Plus, I had to redo the whole system since OBS changed. Echo. Justin, we hear an echo. Now it should sound good. I shut the echo off. All right.
One more echo.
Justin is still echo?
Echo, bro. Lots of James Earl. Wow. Everybody loves J.E.
Oh, thank you.
All right. No more echo. Yeah. Why do you think I surround myself with you people? Because it's just like, you guys are awesome. You guys have such a great, fans that love you guys. All right, so we are back. We're going to be doing our cast assessment, and right off the top, I can't say that I have high hopes for this cast, at least as far as
You've already pissed off one season, friend. Let's not. You got to go for 2 in a row.
I know, right?
It wasn't 2 in a row. It's like one in between.
Yeah, and then we kind of patched things up, and then immediately, like literally the same day, just deleted me again. But whatever. Because I'm not allowed to have an opinion. I'm not allowed to hate the fact that an alliance ruined a season. I can't say that anymore. All right. So let's go on. So guys, have you seen all the clips?
I have. I've watched it. It's a different cast than you've seen before.
Yeah.
I like that they're trying something different. We just have to see how it plays out. I think there's some really cool things they're doing with the race format itself. That's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But, the cast I think comparison to the last season where everyone had all these awesome bad stories that were just like out in the public. I imagine these people have amazing stories. We just don't know them yet.
Okay, maybe there's some new rules we can go over.
Does anyone have a cricket sound for that comment from Angel?
All right, so like for the first time in Amazing Race history, the starting line is going to be outside of the USA. I don't want to hear about the other countries. Nobody in here watches the stuff from the other countries. There's like 3 to 5 people who watch the show, so don't tell me about other countries. Yeah, but Hamarat started out. Nobody cares. So it's first time the Amazing Race has started outside of the country. This is also the first time the show is going to visit the ancient city of Petra in Jordan, and the first time there's no non-eliminations, and and also no U-turns this season. So how do you guys feel about those things? So first off, we got the private jet again, and they won't know where they're going. Jen, what are you thinking?
I'm kind of indifferent to the start line. I don't know, maybe I should have more of an opinion, but like, you don't really do anything in the US when you start. You just get on a plane. So I'm kind of like whatever with that. I'm curious to see how the non-elimination legs go. After last season, I feel like I understand why they're like no non-elimination legs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it would be a bummer if a strong team got sent home early, but I don't know how many strong teams there's going to be.
2. There's going to be 2 strong teams. 2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Literally everybody that's here right now can run a solo race and beat this whole cast as far as according if their bios have anything to do with the way they race. Literally, I can't wait. The one thing that pisses me off is not one team has said they're here to win the damn race. Not one team.
Right.
We're all just here to have
Not
fun.
We're gonna
one.
have fun. Just gonna check it out, see what happens.
Have
Take
a good
it in.
time.
We're here to test our relationship.
Yeah, 3 of them are gonna test that. Yeah.
We're here to
On
travel.
vacation.
We want to have fun. Nobody's here to win. What
The only
happened?
relationship
I don't
that
know.
truly survived the race
It's
was
literally
the winners from last season.
Yeah, it's polar opposite of the cast on my season, so it's interesting.
Nobody said they're here to win. And
Nobody's cutthroat. Nobody. There's no villains. Like
no, it's gonna be. Oh my god. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but they didn't.
No, there will be conflict somewhere.
There will be.
Jen, every single the conflict's going to be within each team. They're going to, because it's just set up where they're going to argue with each other. There's no team that stands out as from the limited stuff that we have. No team that stands out as like they're going to bring a lot of different things to the table and compete as a team.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like it's gonna. Like, they're all like, "We're gonna test our relationship."
All right, we'll get to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go down to new rules. Let's go to new rules locations, and then we'll just destroy the teams. I mean, we'll have fun with the teams. All right. So the new rules. I love no non-eliminations. I hate that there's no U-turns. I like that the U-turn was part of the race. I think there should only be single U-turns, and if you put a single U-turn and no non-elims, that really puts the pressure on. That really takes the stakes to a whole nother level, and it shows like teams that are really great. And if you want to get a great team out, this is one way that you can get a great team out, is by actually having no non-elims and a single U-turn. Do it. It's okay. Go for it. But no non-elims. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like there's no U-turns, but I love no non-elims.
It's interesting. I hope the teams know that there was no non-elims going in, because I think that puts a very different dynamic to the race.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, were you ever racing though? Like, oh, it's a non-elimination leg. I'm just gonna relax.
No, I wasn't. But like, so when Mom and I, we weren't eliminated in lead 9, but lead 10, we started the lead, and we knew like there was no more non-elims. Like we had to fight, and we were super behind. So I think there's a different pressure when you know like there is no safety net. So I'm not saying that I was never not aggressively trying to do well, but in the back of your mind, if you have a safety net, then you're like, okay, make fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what happened when me and Mom walked up in Paris, right? So Mom and I were saved on one of the continue racing legs. And we never gave up on the lead, but you walked up to that mat and you're hoping like, dear God, please let this be that ledge.
Yeah.
So it's just a different dynamic, and I hope they knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think from what I watched, they did say right at the starting line, they told them like, this is a season of firsts, and this is no non-eliminations. I think they tell them there's no U-turns, and I think that, I think they tell them a couple things that is going to happen right from the start.
I love the U-turn. It just creates a little bit of drama.
It creates a lot, and it creates a lot of planning, and it creates a lot of divisiveness amongst the teams, and it creates alliances. There's so much that goes in here to think about it. How many on your shows? Did you guys go up to someone and say, "Hey, we got a U-turn so-and-so"?
Oh, we had 9
teams. Are we worried about the people U-turning us?
The whole drama from my season was everybody U-turn the green team and you'll get the extra express pass. That was like the whole drama for the first 6 legs is who's going to U-turn the green team to get the extra express pass. I don't even know if they're going to have anything cool like express passes or head-to-heads or something, or is it just going to be a straight-up race?
Someone said they were a head-to-head. I read somewhere that there was going to be one head-to-head somewhere. I don't know how true it is.
I do wish they bring that back. I love that in Jen's season.
Why did they do like all the things in our season, and then they were like, we're just going to stop doing anything after that?
Or the champion.
Because they had to give that other team every chance they could to kind of get
they had to, as long as where are the Big Brother fans? Okay, could you give them some information because they suck? Give them information. They're going to get eliminated.
Yeah, and change their diapers while you're at it because they're like still in high school.
I swear to God, if that happens again this season, as much as I love Derek and Claire,
dude, look in the friggin'.
I can't stand the fact that if you have a Big Brother team on the season that they get advantages and that other teams don't.
Well, I think I think if you have been on any reality show before and you go on to even a different reality show, you have some advantage. I do. I think you have some advantage because you kind of know how the system works. You know that you're not.
James Earl was on Capture. Do you think that freaking helped him at all? Nobody's seen that damn show. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody helped. I mean, like James Wallington, sorry. Yes, but they didn't get helped. They won because they are racers and they're good. Just being on a TV show, his husband won one, didn't it?
I know James was on Capture and Will was on America's Next Top Model. I'm just saying having some idea of what you're getting into going into a reality show is an advantage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not worried about that.
Distracted by the cameras and all the adrenaline, how to compete in that type of environment, and that is a skill set in itself. So
yeah, I agree, but I also think that experience could hurt them because Big Brother, they just sit around a house for 2-3 months or whatever it is.
Yeah, and but they also have that. They have diehard fans who will literally not sleep for 3 days just to say that they helped their team win a race. Listen, Big Brother fans ruined a season that one of us was on, and I will never ever be able to get over that, and it wasn't our season. So I can't take it. No, I do not go on Reality Fan Forum. I used to go on Reality Fan Forum when I'm studying for the race, you go on there, but it's so it's a toxic whatever. Okay, so new rules. Let's go to locations. They first time that they announced literally every location that they would be going to visit this season. And if this could be the shortest race in the history of Amazing Race, if you look at it, all of the locations are extremely close to each other. You got Germany, Austria, France, Iceland, Italy, Jordan, Spain, and then back to Nashville to finish it off. And if you look on the map that I posted, there's a little picture there. It's just all in this little circle. This might be the least distance traveled in any season of the Amazing Race. I'm curious to see what the total is.
Yeah, I mean it's only 10 legs, so I think just by that nature itself, it's probably going to be short.
How is it 10 legs and 12 teams?
There's no non-eliminations.
3 teams go to the final.
Oh, 3 teams, right? Because I can't do math.
It's boring.
That's great.
Boston education system.
Private school, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, so locations, it's cool. I love that they're going to the ancient city of Petra in Jordan. Iceland is always great. I think they should definitely visit Iceland more often. I'm sick and tired of France, to be honest.
Not a fan.
I don't think that it adds anything to the show anymore.
I think they're doing the best they can with what they got. The world has changed so much that I don't think you're going to get the routes that they used to be able to do.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get into Australia, you have to do
Wow,
human
yeah.
isolation, right? So like that's out. Like they won't be doing there. So I think if we're going to have a race, it's going to be like this. I don't love it, but I don't think there's a way around it.
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, destinations, they could find beautiful places in any country. It's just like, okay, France again. Stop. But what are you going to do? All right, let's get to the meat. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about these teams.
Before we talk about the teams, can I say one thing?
Of course, James.
This is the episode that like always hurts my soul to do. So if any of the people that are like watching the season, like are currently racing, watching this, know that we don't know you. We know 3 minutes of clips that they've put out into the air about you. So we don't know how you're going to compete. We don't know who you are as people. This is just our impression on 3 minutes of information about you. And I say that because me and Mom got destroyed.
Oh my God, yeah.
Intro videos. Like people hated us. They said we were just like awful. We were going to be the first out by far. So like, I know how these episodes are and I hate them. I do them, but I hate them.
I have every single one of those episodes cast assessments downloaded for our season, and not frigging one picked us to do well because we were the super fans who were going to get super excited and get eliminated early. Well, thank you. We set all the records. Most of the time, people don't know what they're talking about. On this show, we actually have a pretty good track record between the four of us of picking the.
No, not this guy.
Oh, like I said, 3 of the 4 of us have a good track record of picking the first 3 and the last and the top 3. So we'll see how it goes.
I usually get 2 of the first 3, but I'm like way off at everything after that.
We get to have like a reassessment after the first episode. I feel like there's less information about the teams this year.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think we'd have to do that, Jen, after like maybe the second or third. even in my season, I think I was for the first three episodes. I think it was a total of like 4 minutes. I was actually like on TV.
That's true.
It's absolutely insane if you think about the way that some of these teams like got together and are on the race. And there's some cool stories, and I get that, but
yeah. Well, let's go.
Let's get after it.
I don't see it. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're on the season, listen, we literally got 1-minute videos. There's not even bios on the Amazing Race website. You go to the Amazing Race website, guess who's there? Last season.
I didn't watch any videos. I'm just going by what you look like.
There's 1-minute videos with stupid questions that most of them don't answer very well. All right, so let's get to the first one.
Okay.
The first one is Osta La Pasta. Her name's like pasta. It's Osta and Nina, 33 and 34. They're both, one's VP of operations, one's a director of business. They are a dating couple who were together for 4 years. They are engaged now. This is Asta's dream, and Nina is helping her, which is usually a bad start. And one of the things that they said in their 1 minute of talking was they think slow and mindful is the way to win the race. No, it's not. But go ahead.
So, I'm going to blow this one up for you, Justin.
Yes, so I don't have to go.
I should let you finish.
No, go. Jen, go for it.
She knows something. She knows something.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything other than the same video that Justin is talking about. But their careers give me a little bit of hope. And I actually think that this is going to be a pretty strong team.
Question.
Yes, Joe.
Thank you. Vice President of Operations of what?
That's a good question.
It could be.
She's a VP of Operations of what? A bank? A trucking company?
I don't think it matters. It's a logistic job. It's a corporate logistic job, which is not good for the race. I don't think. What?
She could be the and operates a manufacturing organization. If my VP of Operations was running the race, it would do it right.
Are they former Olympians as well? I mean, of course they would. Like, yeah, all of your friends are probably incredible athletes or like models looking like your husband or some shit. Like, come on, like, stop it. Like, oh, my VP of operations, yeah, it just so happened to be an Olympic triathlete.
I think that Asta has a little bit of the super fan in her, so I think that she has some awareness. There aren't other than I forget the couple's name that are like the high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
There's not really many that were like, we're super fans of the show. So I feel like she understands the show.
Okay.
The slow and mindful, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because I think this is one of those things where I don't know that she totally means go slow, but I definitely had moments with racing with Christy where I had to slow Christy down in order for us to think clearly and make good decisions. This does not mean that we went slow the entire time. So I'm giving her a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but I gotta have a strong female team, and I can't imagine The Amazing Race would cast 2 weak female teams, and the other female team, which we will get to eventually, is no way Jose. Yeah. So
question,
Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Okay, this is to Jen. It was going to be to James Earl, but now I have to direct it back to Jen. One of them is a super, because you brought it up that she's a super fan. If one's a super fan and they're in a substantive dating relationship,
yeah,
and one of them's not, one of them knows every intricate thing of the race, and one of them is going to take it mentally slow, how much is that going to piss off the one who knows everything? I can kind of see it going.
This is the dynamic of me and Christy, right? We weren't.
But you guys aren't in a substantive dating relationship.
No, we're not dating, but like I was way more of a fan, but I still made her, I'm like, we're going on this race, so you better take it seriously. And she was in, and she watched all the freaking
Agreed.
Up, right? So I have faith that they that they put some work in. I don't think Nina is like just along for the ride. I think she's going to be engaged. And I think that you don't get to this level in a career if you're not somewhat competitive. So I don't think we've seen everything in that little snippet. And I think we're going to see more out of these teams. Or I'm completely wrong and they're gone in the first leg.
James Earl, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a question. It was a great answer. Thank you.
Very rarely do Jen and I disagree. Very rarely do. But this is one of the times. I think there's so many red flags with this team where like one is here to fulfill the other's dream. And we're going to take this slow and mindful and be very methodical about this. I am worried about this team.
Okay. She's the one that says, it's okay, baby. We got to live your dream when they get eliminated. That's the one. That's how she's going to be cheering.
So. Director of business development. Again, I don't know who she works for, but like that's a sales job. Do you understand? Like sales is like it's a competitive environment. It's a fierce environment. It's not an environment.
It's an environment that you're familiar with.
It's okay. You didn't hit your number, sweetie. So I don't know. I got faith.
Okay.
I hope I'm right because then it would be 3-1. But I don't know.
All right,
Joey. Rarely do I disagree with you, Jen, and I hate it.
All right, Joey, what are you thinking? Where are they finishing?
I don't know what she's a vice president of operations is. I don't know what she's a director of business development is. What I do know is she's ready and excited to make her fiance's dream a reality, and they're gonna get to that starting line and go, "Your dream's done. Let's go to sequester."
Whoa! That's
Thank God I was wearing pants that time, eh?
Jesus.
Bad, huh?
Woof! You got the package alert. All right, somebody clip that and send it to
everybody.
Post it on Facebook.
Yeah, I think.
Where are they finishing, Joey? Top 3, bottom 3, middle pack.
Bottom.
Oof.
Bottom.
I got him actually middle of the pack.
Like the Lusitania.
I got a middle of the pack towards the bottom, but they're in the middle. Jen, where you got them? You're the highest on them, so where do you see them finishing? She can't even do it with a straight face. Where are they finishing?
Say it now because I want them to be in the top.
She's questioning her thoughts now. She's questioning.
And I'm so scared, but I'm just gonna go big. We're just gonna go big. Oh God, no! I'm so scared. There's no not.
Do it, Jen. Do it.
Okay, I'll put them in my top 3.
What?
Oh, Jen must have fell. She had a concussion.
Guys, what if I'm right?
Jen, I'm
right. It's you.
Here.
Did you get a concussion?
What if I'm right?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm a little bit like I gotta have a female team in there. I feel like I would be not.
See, I have faith in another female team. We'll get to later, Jen.
No way. If you actually think they're strong,
we will get there. James Earl, where are they finishing? Top 3, bottom 3, middle of the pack.
I have them bottom 3.
So 2 of you got bottom 3. I got middle of the pack, and you got top. So we very rarely have that dichotomy of all 3 going on here. So this will be very interesting.
do the rankings at the end after we talk through everybody.
Do you want
That's
to?
fair.
Okay,
I
we
like
can.
doing that.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
We'll just do a top 3, bottom 3, and then everyone else falls in the middle.
Correct. Yes. Abby. Okay, so we're going on to the next team. I think they're just adorable as can be. Abby and Will, 24 and 25. They've known each other since kindergarten. They're childhood sweethearts. They've been dating for 8 years. Best friends. Big fans. Abby's went to MIT, so she's smart. They both look like they're in shape, happy. They look like they're going to vibe. I don't see them ever yelling at each other, getting mad at each other. I think this team could be the one to watch. I really, really have high expectations and high hopes for this team. One of the few videos that I watched and was like, okay, not too bad. They didn't say we're here to win, but super fan, great relationship, understanding, play off each other. I think it's a great dynamic. I think it's a great dynamic. James Earl, what are you thinking about Abby and Will?
Well, I love people from Bama, so I got to throw that out there because they're from Birmingham, Alabama, so they're near my hometown. Actually, that's where I went to med school, is that city.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I think they're going to do decent in the race. I think they're going to be a dark horse. I'm worried about them when the race gets tough because in that middle part of the race it gets tough, and that's where I'm worried about them faltering. That's just what my gut is saying. But I think they're gonna be a fun team to watch. I think they're everything you said they were, Justin. They're gonna be a fun team to watch. I think when the pressure gets on, it's gonna be rough.
All right, sorry, I forgot to click the picture button. People were saying, you didn't put the pictures. There's the picture. Okay, there's the picture. But I can't have the picture covering up where Jen is anymore, so I moved all the pictures over because we need full screen for everybody here. All right. All right, so you got high hopes. Joey Covino, what do you think about love now? Since you're newly in love and have a whole new outlook on love, and it's real, and these two seem like they're in love. What do you think about Will and Abby?
Yeah, I know. It's been a long 5 years ever since James Earl snuffed me, and I'm finally over it. A little bit of therapy, and found someone who's willing to put up with me. She's awesome. Family's funny. Usually tuning in. Abby and Will, I like them. They've been around together forever. I agree with you, Justin, but I also disagree. I think they are going to fight or argue because everybody does.
Everyone.
And I think they're going to be able to reel it in and stop and say, okay, let's get this done. My only issue with them was their lack of world experience, but I don't know. Maybe they did a semester abroad somewhere. They seem to be both very intelligent. They seem to have all their shit together, but the dynamic between them two as a couple seems like it works. And to Jen's thing, they both watch the race and they both understand the race. They're doing it together. They're not doing it, well, I want to do this, so I'm bringing you to do it. Sometimes that works, but most times it doesn't. So I got them up there. Got them up there all the way.
All right.
Oh, and you heard it here first. Joey's, I don't know. We'll have to figure out something.
Yeah, figure it out. Don't just wing it.
Will is going to ask Abby to marry him on the show.
Really? At 24 and 25, they're getting married on the show? Okay.
That's late in Alabama. I want you to know that's grandma age in Alabama. Years ago.
Jen, what are you thinking about this cute couple, Abby and Will?
They're very cute. I think they get a lot of points, and I think it will help them that they are super fans.
Mm-hmm.
They're young, which I think can be challenging. I mean, Abby does seem like she's pretty smart. Data science, I think, can be a little bit, you can get a little too logical sometimes, speaking as a person who sometimes gets a little too analytical and has the potential to overthink things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to do well. I think they're going to have a little bit of a roller coaster. I don't think it's going to be like they're just like dominating the whole time. But I think they're going to figure it out. I think they're going to last.
All right.
A little soft though.
Little soft. All right. Okay. Not too bad. I think. I think we're all kind of leaning towards the same with them.
Yeah, Elena, how'd that work out?
We'll see how it goes. All right, Aubrey and David, both 29. One is a dance studio owner, and the other one is a helicopter mechanic. ballroom dancers from Los Angeles, California. They were initially not selected for the final cast and were called 2 hours before leaving. 2 hours. David is very good with details. That's all the information we have. They were the backups, and they would. I guess they were just gonna have 11 teams at some point, or whatever it was, and then they just said, "Screw it, let's ask them." They got asked, and literally, like, pack your bags. There's a car waiting, and like.
That's insane.
You can't be ready. You would have nothing. You would have nothing ready. You would have nothing prepared. Like your life isn't sorted. Like how?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, no, we were all told that this is when the race is running. We knew exactly the dates that our race was going to be running, and when we made it through that 1 week in freaking LA, we all knew we were going to be on the show, even though they said, "Well, you're not final. It's not final yet, but we will let you know. But you should train as if you're."
They sent us like itineraries weeks before.
Yeah,
I bet they had some. I bet they were like,
but I'm just saying,
prepared. We may or may not call you in the next 3-4 days.
If you make it through Hell Week, you know you're going to be on the damn show. So you have that months in advance, and you plan as if you're going to be on the show regardless.
But you're telling me, like, if they told you like the race starts on September 18th, and they just call you and like, "Hey, we're leaving at 8:30. Have your bags."
Hold on, are you telling me you didn't have all your shit prepared 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance, sitting there packed on the bed, ready to go? My shit was on the bed a month in advance, waiting.
I did not.
A month in advance, the shit was on the bed waiting. I was taking stuff out every day.
We didn't know for 3 weeks, and we did not buy a single thing until we knew 100% that we were going.
Yo, crazy.
I had 6 days. I said, "You'll leave it in 6 days. Get your shit together." I didn't have 2 weeks.
2 hours
months.
seems very stressful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I think that's also like, hell yeah. That's a whole different start to the race for them.
Anyone in this room right now can turn around, pack a bag, and be able to do it in 20 minutes.
For sure.
Yes, but we've done it before.
Everyone in this room doesn't need a bag. Does not need a bag.
All you need is
my bag
and sneakers, and you're good. Like
I don't need a bag.
Right now and be ready. But we've all done the race, and we study the race, and we do a podcast every year about the race. So like, we're not the great example for that.
Right. Okay, fair.
Hell Week, for those asking in chat, Hell Week is when we go they invite like 30 teams or the top 40 teams to a hotel in LA, and then every day when you go down to the meetings, there is less and less people, and you can kind of see the people, the Barbie and Ken groups, you know, they got you could see the different people who you're competing against, you know, and know that, okay, they're gone. That means I got a better chance. And you kind of go every day. You have to locked in your room for a week, and you only get called out for certain things. And at the end of the week, if you made it, you kind of made it. So that's Hell Week. But yeah, I don't know. I got that 2 hour notice could crush them, but I think that could also help them as well, because every single team that's ever been on the race is overpacked. So I think that could be one way that they could be, you know, underpacked. I don't know.
No, I just think they're going to be a strong team in general. You have 2 young, fit people that I think are going to go far. The 2 hours is what I'm just like, it blows my mind. Like, I don't know how to comprehend that. I think they're going to be a strong team. They're 2 young, fit ballroom dancers. Like, what challenge are they really going to get hooked up on?
Yeah, he's a mechanic too.
And I don't know. Well,
remember?
Sorry, go ahead, Jen.
Nothing.
Go ahead, Jen.
They seem strong and fit, and we'll see about the rest. But again, we have like a minute of a video that I don't know. And I don't know what good with details means, but if he's a mechanic, that could come in handy depending on what some of the challenges are. So yeah, I think that just because of like fitness that they'll do all right, but I don't think that they're going to be like.
Think of Sherry and Cole when Sherry had to do an oil change.
Sherry.
Now put Aubrey. She had to take the. Remember, she had to take the.
Yeah, but why? Like, he's a freaking helicopter mechanic. Oil change, he's gonna do it.
Hold on. Let me finish, sir.
Okay,
I finished. No,
and they came in third, by the way.
A roadblock. They came in third, very luckily. A low block where Aubrey has to do something mechanical. David is gonna pull his hair out, his beautiful, luscious black hair, and lose his mind. And again, I don't know. I don't know. I just.
We'll see. Logan, welcome, Logan. Good to see you, man. Hope life is treating you well, man. I know you've had.
Well, what are we gonna do with these guys? Where were they falling? Well,
we're gonna be doing that at the end. We're gonna be doing it at the end. Remember?
Oh, okay.
For my request.
Doing that at the end.
I thought we were just doing top 3, bottom 3 at the end, but okay.
Yeah. If you,
that sorts it.
Pretty much. If you do top 3, bottom 3, everybody else is in the middle. All right. This guy.
Math thing. I just can't do math.
I know. All right, so let's get to the couple, the Big Brother couple, Derek and Claire. They are ready. The most frustrating thing you could possibly say in a freaking 1-minute interview is they're already talking about alliances with other teams. Alliances. Like 30 seconds of their 1-minute video was talking about alliances.
They don't know anything other than that because that's Big Brother.
I would say their reality experience is Big Brother, right? It is. So like that's all Big Brother is alliances.
I'm not as traumatized as you are, Justin, about the whole alliance thing, and I think that season, I've lost track of numbers. 32 was it?
23.
No,
season 32 was the one. Yes, yeah. 32. Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like that was kind of a unique thing how that all unfolded. That I think it's a hard thing to create that strong of an alliance on The Amazing Race, like especially given
no U-turns.
Yeah, no U-turns. So how much is an alliance going to help you? I guess on challenges it could help, but like I don't know. We never interacted with other teams.
If you do a Mind 5 and you all do the challenges together, then yes, it helps. But if you run the race like every other normal person, then
sauerkraut. That's all I gotta say. Sauerkraut would have got teams eliminated quickly. But yeah. All right. So
you and Christy didn't interact with teams because y'all were so far ahead of teams.
That is fair.
I think that's fair.
I think the middle of the pack is probably when you're around the most teams. It's probably also when you need an alliance, and it's probably also when you will like be able to have those interactions. So
call this a controversial statement, but if you're thinking about alliances, you're saying that you're not good enough to win the race. That's the mindset. So when I go in, I'm not thinking about alliances. I didn't think about any other teams, like who am I going to partner up with? And the only time that I ever attempted it was because there was literally 10 other teams talking about me, then not telling me the truth. And I could sit there and say, nobody's telling me the truth. So I wanted one person to tell the truth, which is when I approached Joey and Kelsey, because I just felt like everybody was lying to us. So
I had never lied to you.
Except the first conversation we had where you said you're going to share information.
You said you weren't going to share information, and I said, okay, play it back.
That's an agreement that we're not going to share the information that we just shared with each other. Don't try linguistics. Don't try linguistics with me, mother. You know exactly what I meant.
James Earl, this is kind of like person nice to you on our season. Don't you get it twisted?
Yeah, to my face. This behind the scenes video I got too. Go ahead.
Justin is Fredo right now in Godfather Part 2 in this conversation. He's like, I'm smart. I was passed over.
All right, so Derek and Claire, I actually think they're going to be. They have potential to do really well because they're both athletic. Derek was on the challenge, like he's been on the Big Brother as well. Claire is super smart. She's also really physically fit. He's physically fit. He's smart. They have the potential to be a really good team, but the mindset I don't think is right.
See, I think they're going to do well. I think you're a little biased because of the Big Brother.
Yeah, they'll get help, so they'll definitely make it past the first couple of legs because they'll get help from Big Brother fans.
The one thing people overlook with this race is there's a race and there's a dynamic between team members that affect the race so much. And we know that they interact well enough on a reality show in a competition that they're going to do well. They're going to. Yeah,
I mean, I think they have brains, they have brawn, I just don't think they have the right mindset. And that's just my opinion. We'll see how it plays out. All right, so let's get to an interesting couple here. Emily and Molly, twin sisters who didn't know each other until a year ago. They were both adopted from South Korea, and they found each other through one of those DNA like ancestry kits, and they're just getting to know each other. Molly's a dancer, but she's also a healthcare admin, and Emily is a law firm admin. It's funny that they both became admins in their lives. One's from local. She's a PA girl, not far from here, and one's in Palm Beach, Florida. I think they're cute. I think they're going to be a pleasant to watch for an episode or two. And
I disagree, Justin. I have a reason why.
And again, you'll hear this a lot when I'm judging teams. I think even though they grew up separately and they grew up apart, I think they grew up with the same type of experiences because they both ended up doing the same exact things in life. And so I think that the similar experiences and is going to lead them to a lack of skill in a certain challenge that's going to be detrimental to their game. Jen, what are you thinking about Emily and Molly?
I don't have high hopes for Emily and Molly. Very poor hopes.
The other girl team, you love female teams.
I wish I could, but I just don't. I don't
Jen,
see
why?
it. I don't see it happening. Honestly, a lot of what Justin's saying. So firstly, I think having only known each other a year, despite being twins, like, I don't know, twin thing would have to be really strong to like overcome that. But I do think that as twins that they're going to have a lot of, they're not going to balance each other out. I feel like they're kind of like replicas. And I do think you need that yin and yang in order to excel on the race with your team. And I don't see the grit. I don't see the physical fitness. Sorry, I should stop talking. I think they're lovely people. I'm so happy that they've
No, it's not why we're laughing.
The yin and yang was the reason why we laughed.
Oh, God, you guys.
And I didn't say that.
And we know. We know. It's just funny. Just the term.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Can I throw something out there?
Get it, James Earl.
What y'all's thoughts are about something?
Go ahead, get it.
So on season 26, they had 5 blind dating teams and they had 6 dating teams.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5 blind date teams ended up doing, on average, better than the 6 dating teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because there's a little bit of an advantage when you go into the race with someone that you really don't have to walk on eggshells around them, right? So these twins, although they're twins, they've never grown up each other. They live in 2 completely parts of the country. So if I piss my twin off a little bit, it's not the end of the world. So, none of us could do that, right, Justin? You can't like piss Diana off. Joey, you could do that with Tara. You could.
Yeah.
I can't really do that with Christy, and I can't do it with my mom.
I pissed Diana off just looking at her. I just look at her and she gets pissed off at me because I looked at her the wrong way. Because she hears things when I look at her. She hears things that I say. And
but I think that's a little bit of an advantage on the race.
Oh, that's terrible.
I think that, so Joey's season's a great example of that, right? Like the strangers. And I think that there were some really interesting pairings that came out of that. So I get what you're saying, but I don't know that it's going to be enough to overcome.
I think they're going to try too hard to be sisters and go right to your point. Like, I think they don't want to be strangers. And in my season, it was a stranger, and that did work to our advantage. Same as in the dating season, a half dating season. I think you're 100% right there. But I think they're going to try so hard to be connected that they're going to worry more about that than
they don't want to ruin that connection, right?
Right.
Like they're trying to be united, so they're not going to. Sometimes you got to fight. Sometimes you got to lay the law down. If you don't have that clear leader of like, no, this is what we're doing. So it'll be interesting to see. And I've got a few different opinions.
Other than them being adopted and a year ago found each other. What?
I mean, we don't.
Well, hold on. You guys were laughing because yin yang and because they were Asian, right? I was laughing because they were yin yang twins. I don't know why you guys were laughing. Like I was just hearing skeet skeet skeet, mother, like the song, like but go ahead. Anyway, the yin yang twins. So yeah, I think
There's nothing there. There's no. I mean, again, there's not. This is what I'm going off. This paragraph in this video. There's just was one of them some sort of an athlete? Was like, what did they do? Like,
one was a dancer is all we got. And then
is there any life experience here? They're just their long lost twins? Like the cast from last season was so interesting.
Yeah,
the
backstories were incredible.
Yeah, the backstories were like, whoa.
Speaking of incredible, sorry, Ray Fletcher is incredible. By the way,
did you guys know I have a sister now? Like, I found a sister this past spring.
Yes,
really? Yeah. A long lost sister. My father was a giant piece of shit. She's a year younger than me and a year older than my little brother. So I flew her out here. I met her daughter. We're not on the show together. It's a cool story, and we but we've already like started arguing with each other. I'm like, you are arguing, pain in the ass. But yeah, it's like, I don't get it. I don't know. I just don't know why they picked them. I'm hoping to learn more, and I'm hoping to come on here and say, shit, that's a great story. Now I understand why. But as of right now, sitting here today, just like James Earl said, this just not. Yeah.
I imagine these people have good backstories. Like, I imagine they do. I'm hoping they do.
Because you're a good person. I am not.
I don't think so. They look like they're interesting people. Like the next couple is, they're cast because they're just so different from each other. Glenda and Lumumba. They're both 41. One's an insurance writer. One's a middle school teacher. One's 6'2" and one's 5'7". It's usually the gentleman or the male in the relationship who's the bigger one. But this one is a little different because Glenda's 6'2".
A little different, Justin?
Yeah, well, it's a lot.
Well, I'm on the word little. That's all.
Oh, they've known each other for 2 years. They've been married for 1. He seems like he has no like. What is the word when no insecurities about being the smaller.
Yeah, he's very confident.
Yeah, he's got this confidence. He doesn't have that Napoleon syndrome that a lot of like shorter people tend to get in life, that they have to prove that they're a tough guy. Seems like he uses humor, which is going to help them in the race. She looks like that they seem like they have a great relationship. And this is the team I think is going to be the hardest to determine where the hell they're going to fit, at least as in my eyes. Joey,
they don't seem hungry. They're like, we want to have a good time. This is going to be a good experience. I'm like, if they came across in their bio like, we're going to march right up the ass of all the other teams and just throw them aside, I would be like, they're going to Final Three.
And she looks like she could throw them aside.
Yeah,
like, she's in great shape.
Just because he's short in stature doesn't mean anything about his athletic ability. I mean, or his intelligence or anything else.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got his shit together. He just looks like he just can't get to the top shelf. Big deal.
He can't get to the top. He doesn't need to. She doesn't
need to. She's got Michelle.
What do you think of James Earl? Glenda and Lumumba.
So my first impression is I'm not sure they know what they're getting into.
That could be true.
Yeah. And they may be super fans, and I'm proven wrong, but from everything I've gathered, I'm not sure they have any idea what this is going to be like. So I think they're going to survive a leg or two, and then they're going to quickly be out. And I think it's going to be like a luck for the first couple legs.
On the Mad Chat, James Earl, it's going to be like, yes, we enjoyed the show. We enjoyed our time here. We got to know each other and bonded a lot better. Let's go to Sequester.
I do. That's what my gut is telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. Jen, what are you thinking? This really different team.
This is where like you kind of started, and I'm curious as to why you were like, you don't have high hopes for the season. Like, I feel like there's some interesting characters on the season that'll be entertaining to watch, but I don't know that it's going to be like, we might not see the most skillful execution of the race.
That's why I watch.
It's going to be
which would be great.
Yeah, I think this will be a fun team to watch. I think that it's going to be a dynamic we've never seen on the race before, just in terms of our kind of stereotypical like gender roles and who's leading what, where, when, why, and who's doing what challenges. So I like them. I agree. Lumumba seems just very comfortable and confident in his own skin. But again, it's just so hard to know what they're bringing to the table at this point. Like,
and
I don't know.
Teams with such a height difference historically have not done well.
Is that a thing?
True.
Is that a thing, Justin? Where'd you get that factoid?
Who? Like, tell me
how many teams have been there where there's been such a dynamic?
There's like Gary and Will, where I could think
they were
of
both gigantic. We gotta.
But I can give you one example where you're just wrong, Justin.
The cops from last season, where the one guy was little tiny, the other guy was very big. Tell me, like where?
Charlotte and Myrna.
Charlotte
yeah,
Myrna.
James Earl.
They're both tiny. One is just tinier. They're both like under 5 feet something. They're like 5'3".
You said height discrepancy, Justin. That's all you said.
Yeah, you didn't say one tall, one short.
Okay. Well, Charlotte and Myrna. Did they do well? I don't.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
Krista and Kimberly.
Who?
I mean, yeah.
Tiffany?
Krista and what the fuck's her name?
Tiffany.
I was right there.
They're like the same height, you dingus.
Yeah, but they're both short.
You're so silly.
We're going off the rails right now.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to the next couple here. This one is, I'm getting very Matt and Dana vibes just looking at them. Lewis and Michelle. And Michelle happens to be a backup dancer for Pitbull. And Lewis is a firefighter. They're married from Miami, Florida. Their strategy is the only thing that bothers me. Their strategy is to have fun. That's what they're going to do. And
we're not here for fun.
And one of the three things, they said, if you could bring any three things on the race, what would it be? His number one thing was hair gel. So two things that really scare me when it comes to them is they're there to have fun, and hair gel seems to be really important to him.
Who's this? Who are we doing?
There's pictures.
I got these two mixed up with Aubrey and David earlier.
Lewis and Michelle. This is Lewis and Michelle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Big, beautiful smiles. They both got incredible smiles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be an incredible couple to watch. I don't think. I don't think they're going to struggle at too many things. My only thing is that we want to have fun. Nobody. I don't know who was asking the questions. That also might be a thing. Like who was asking these questions?
Like leading them to say stupid things.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But also, I mean, also the casting is different now because Jesse is casting and it's not Lynn. And like when Lynn was casting, she would get up in your face and try to make you cry during casting to see how you.
Hey, Jesse casted me.
No, well,
I mean, was he the main person?
But not he found you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was around with my season,
but wasn't the final word on who was going.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lynn made sure that everybody was there to win the race. She was like, "Oh, this ain't no paid vacation for you. If you want a paid vacation, you go somewhere else because you're not gonna make it on this show." She literally made Diana cry the first interview we had in front of people. Like, just brought her to tears.
Initially applied for Survivor, she told me I had a mom personality.
Jesus.
And I think she was wrong. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, I mean, what you're saying is exactly right about her. Like she drills in and she wants to find those people that have edge. And that's where I just feel like a lot of this cast is a little soft. Like it seems like they're going to have a great time. I hope that they're more competitive once we get into it. And I hope that they push. But yeah, this one I was a little like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes.
I brought hair gel and Tara threw it out.
Good, smart. Damn,
She was
Tara.
like, "What's in this bag?" She just started throwing shit
Hell
out like
yeah.
she was my mother.
Good job,
God,
Tara.
I loved it.
So we'll see. I think they'll be fun to watch. I think they'll be around for a while. Unlike the next team, who we're gonna get to, Linton, a 50-year-old assistant principal who is the dad of Sharik, who is a 23-year-old master's student, a father and daughter, Jamaicans from Brooklyn. Blah, blah. So he's good at building things. He's very athletic. They both already admit that they are extremely strong-headed. And if you know anything about Jamaicans from Brooklyn, they are very strong-headed. Like, they believe what they believe. You are not changing their mind. I think they're going to have similar problems to Arun and Natalia, where, like, what he says goes. She's only 23. She is not going to have the gumption to step up. And
I think she is going to step up, and they're going to go to war with each other.
I say it every season. The only successful parent-child teams are the ones where the parent can take themselves out of the parent role. That is the only way the parent-child team makes it far. It is.
Yeah.
based off my impression with them, Linton will not be doing that. So they will not be going far.
She's lucky she didn't bring her mom, because Jamaican moms will beat you with their shoe on national television if you disrespect them. Like, they do not play around. But so what do you think of, Jen? You're looking at Linton and Sharik, daddy-daughter teams.
I feel like I'm letting my emotions get the best of me. I feel like they'll be in for a little while. I don't think they're going all the way. I really like them as a pairing, and I am excited to see it play out. And I am a sucker for a dad-daughter team. So I'm optimistic, but I think that James Earl's point is very valid. So they could go out earlier than I think.
And Protham, if that's your name, if I said it right, I'm sorry. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. Dave and Connor, we don't talk about Dave and Connor, okay? Stop it.
Dave was actually able to take himself out of the parent role. I'm telling you, you look at it.
Yeah, but because he trusted his son, who was like a world-class athlete. There's a difference. Like, he's gained some sort of credibility where his dad was like truly respected him more than as just a son, but as a human, as a person. So there's a huge amount of respect from the father to son there. That it's very rare when it comes to parent-child teams.
And I'm telling you that from Mom and I struggled in the first couple of legs because Mom could not take herself out of the parent role. And
I remember that conversation over that stupid horse you guys are dragging around.
Yeah, and that's the leg I'm talking about. Like, when we got that penalty, her and I, there's a fight, and I think it was in some bonus clips where I was like, and I told her that, I was like, we will not make it if you keep treating me like a child. I was like, I understand that I'm your child. I'll always be your child. But we're in the race, and we're partners. And if we want to make it in this race, we're going to have to act like partners.
Yes.
And it clicked, and we made it a lot farther because of that. We didn't make it nearly as far as the three of y'all, but we still made it decently far.
Oh my God, yeah. A lot further than anybody picked you in the beginning of the season. That's for damn sure. And I told you, like, I underestimated you at the starting line, but not after the first event. And you were so I had a tremendous amount of respect for you right after the bike ride. So you earned my respect. And again, we'll see how it plays out with the father and daughter team. I do not see it going too well. This is another interesting team here. There's a military team. We got an Army tank commander, an Air Force fighter pilot. They are brothers. Marcus and Michael both seem like they're really good spirits. They're both very athletic. They are the green team this season. Mike is Ivy League educated. They're both well-traveled. They seem to have almost all of the things that you look for when you look for a strong team. Again, my only qualm with them is, are they too similar? Are their strengths too much aligned with each other, both being military, both being brothers, growing up, one idolizes the other? Will he be able to tell that bigger brother that he idolizes if he's doing something wrong? Or is it that little brother syndrome where, I'm going to kind of meet Meek away? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. This team here is one that could go either way. Joseph, what are you thinking?
Well, thanks for asking. Being served in both the Air Force and the Army, I actually know it was in actually a tank unit too. I think you're wrong on this one.
Okay.
On the similarities, because the Air Force and the Army, even though they are the military, they're so totally different. The Air Force wants you because of your calmness, your intelligence, and
your ASVAB scores. Stop it.
And you're exactly your high ASVAB scores, exactly.
Yeah.
And then when you get low, they're like, "Oh, what do you think of tanks?" So
what do you think of the Army, kid?
Yeah. I think I'll be fine. Marcus might have that, that extra physical ability, where his brother might have that little more of that. Like you said, he's Ivy educated. They might be just a perfect blend of intelligence and physicality and athleticism, because clearly they're both athletic. There's intelligence there. There's certainly intelligence. There's certainly physicality. And being a tank commander is a very difficult job. It's depending on what type of tank it is, it's either with 3 or 4 other guys.
Yeah.
And you're worried about everything, and your head's always on a swivel. So Marcus is always going to know what's around him at all time. And Michael, being a fighter pilot, did you ever see a fight? All those little things you see on social media, like fighter pilots, they're never just looking like this. They're always like this. They're always looking where they're going.
Everybody's seen Maverick. Come on, one of the best movies that's been out in the past 10 years. Like, it's
sure. Sir.
Top Gun. There you go.
But yeah, I think they're gonna go very far.
Jen, what do you think about Marcus and Michael?
I also think they are going to go very far. I think agree. A balanced team. Joey and I agree. And I share his perspective. I also think that there's a difference between being a commander and being a pilot, where like a pilot, you are executing a very clear set of tasks assigned to you. A commander, you are that strategic thinker, decision maker kind of leader. So I do think, again, you're going to have that good balance of like leader and follower, which you need. You can't have two leaders and you can't have no leaders. So I think they're going to do well. I think they've been exposed. They've had some life experience. I think they're going to have some grit. So I am hopeful.
Yeah. Hey. James Earl, what do you think?
I think they're going far.
Yeah, Marcus, Michael, you think they got what it takes?
I do. I really do. I feel like these type of teams are either like first out or all the way. And I feel like my gut is telling me they're going to go pretty damn far.
Yeah, we'll see. They were the toughest team for me to gauge because there's a lot of things that I like about them, but then I'm like, okay, there's a music challenge. I'm not just going by stereotypes. Can they dance? Can they sing? Can they coordinate in that way? It's not just lift, right, lift. It's more than that. You know what I mean? We'll
That's
see.
Coordination.
But those challenges, it just depends on where it's at, right? So if it's early in the season where they have a little bit of buffer, fine. If it's top 4 and they're up against the other 3 teams that have the ballerina dancer, sure, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of dancers this season.
Yeah, what if they're in France and what if they're going to put a crossbow together and shoot it?
They might be able to do that.
The dancers are going to do fabulous at that.
You're so stupid. All right, Quentin and Maddie, a 29-year-old choreographer, 27-year-old dance coach. They are former Rams cheerleaders from Pasadena, California, and Vista, California. The only thing that they said that bothers me is it's all about the experience. They are friends. They're not dating. They're just friends, which could really play well with them. Because sometimes dating couples is harder, but male-female teams tend to do well. This one, again, was a very tough team for me to judge based on the 1 minute that I saw. That I didn't see any fire in them. I didn't see that. I saw like, let's play, let's have fun, let's look good. Like, it's a little bit worrying about me, but I think they have everything that a great team could have. So we'll see. It looks like We'll see how it plays out. I don't know the backgrounds enough to know if they're diverse enough or if they're just too similar because they're both in the dancers and they're both cheerleaders, so they grew up doing the same type of things. So I don't know if their same strengths are all the same. I don't know. James Earl, what do you think when you look at Quentin and Maddie?
This is the second team I have that also worries me that I'm not sure they know what they're getting into.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're super fans. I feel like I don't know if I want to say this. I'm going to. I feel like this was a team that was recruited. I feel like they found some very hot people on social media, approached them and was like, what would y'all think about the show?
I 100% agree with that, yeah. Yes.
Which makes me worried that they don't know what they're getting into.
Makes
Not
sense.
that it doesn't work. Chris and Tiffany were those people. They made it to 4th place.
Yeah.
So it can work.
Yeah.
It just worries me.
Jen, does Quentin and Maddie worry you?
Yeah.
They do?
I do not think they're going to do well. I don't think they have enough brains.
Ooh. Damn, coming right for her. Get it, girl.
Sorry.
Get it. No.
I think they're like trying to have a good time again. And like, I don't think that they're balanced enough. And I don't think that I think they would have to get really lucky to make it far. It's never not possible. Right? Like anything can happen in this show.
Right.
So if it's assuming like that all of their skills were tested in every single leg and right, like how do we know? But yeah, I don't think they're making it very far.
Because here's the thing too, and all these teams are talking about how fun of a time it is. All of us looked fondly back on the race, but when you go back to put yourself in some of those experiences, it's just stress.
Oh my God, yes. It is a ball of stress. It's a huge
Type 2 fun. It's like a form of masochism for sure.
Oh, 100%. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. Like, sign me up. I'm ready to do it again. Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
But it is not like, oh, this is going to be so much fun.
No, it was like basic training. I hated basic training, 2 different ones. In the end, I look back at it now. Oh, it was the funnest thing I ever did. They used to yell at me. I was shitting my pants. I was crying half the freaking time. Yeah, I agree with you totally, James Earl. Totally. But these guys, I'd love to know what they got in their Minnesota multiphasic personality inventories, because, like, again, this is the team that's going to run right by the clue box. Because they're so hyper and happy to be there. They're like, oh, look at us, and just. They're going to make they're going to make a mistake where everybody's going to be pulling their hair out, and it seems to be the only thing that they care about is letting people know they're not together and having a good time.
I think it's pretty clear.
They're single, still available on the market.
Still single, still available. I have a brand coming after this. Yeah, it's stop.
All right. Tell us how you really feel. All right, so let's get to the celebrity, the actual celebrity in this this season. They got Tim Mann, a 40-year-old probation officer, and Rex Ryan, 59-year-old ESPN analyst and former head coach of many a team. They are good buddies from Brentwood, Tennessee. They met 6 years ago. They play golf together. They're another team talking about alliances and networking with other teams because he's a leader and he knows how to bring people.
Networking, like that word choice.
Networking, yeah, they did say networking rather than alliances, but he's 60, bro. Like,
I don't think Rex Ryan said anything of this, like nothing.
Rex Ryan knows how to lead men, though. He does. He could lead a group of athletes.
He doesn't win when he leads them.
We'll see.
You know who's a good leader of men? What's his name? The Battle of Bull Run.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
You like messed up your own joke. How'd you do that?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody has them in the top 3. Probably looking at the bottom 3 for everybody because one, they're obviously the oldest contestant on the race, and Rex Ryan's already rich. He doesn't have any. I don't see any drive in him to like win this race. It's like, I'm just gonna travel with my buddy and get the word out about my friend, and whatever.
This is a little worse than a golf trip. I want them to know that.
But I think they'll be fun to watch, and I hope they're around for more than the first episode. It'd
be hilarious.
They could easily be the first team out, but I hope they're not because I think Rex is a funny dude, and I think he would be fun to watch in certain situations.
I agree.
What about you, Jen? What are you thinking about this guy?
Yeah, I agree. I want them to stick around. I feel like it'll be really entertaining. I think all signs point to not sticking around. And the reason the word networking is so irritating to me, that just shows me you have not even watched the race.
We're going to network.
You haven't even bothered to watch the race to learn that the word is an alliance and not a network. Like, that's all. That's it.
Yeah, it's cute. James,
Rex wishes to attempt the height.
I've said 2 teams didn't know what they're getting into. This team doesn't care what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just like, what are we doing? Yeah, let's do that. Come on.
All right, let's get to the last team on the list. Is Rich and Dom, a life coach and a gym owner, motivational speakers as well from Huntington Beach, California. They've been together for 3 years. They say it's all about being the light for the world. And
sorry, what?
This race is all about spreading light on the world and being the light that the world sees in a dark place. And she thinks she's a mer fairy. I don't know what that is. Maybe.
How did I miss all this in my little bio here?
I don't know.
Did you watch the video, Joey?
All the video was.
Guilty. Didn't watch the video. Just read the little bios.
That would be.
I
only got through like half of them. Patriots are on.
If you're looking at like the starting line for season 27 of The Amazing Race, I looked at Jen and Enoch, and they had on shin guards, plastic shin guards, like roller skaters would wear.
Who did that?
Jen and Enoch.
Jen and Enoch in our season.
And big gold chains. And I looked at them, and I'm like, I don't care how fast they are, because they were faster than the damn track stars. We're going to be one of the first teams eliminated because they have no clue what the hell's going on.
Right.
And it's the same thing with her. I am cool. You can look cute with your dreads and all, but there's no reason to have
able to empathize and connect with the story.
I love her hair.
It's beautiful, but 3.5 foot dreads are going to get in the way. There's nothing
she's stunningly beautiful. She's a beautiful girl.
Yes.
The Amazing Race is about the relationships and being able to empathize and connect with the stories.
What
fucking race is this?
They have no clue what they're getting. I 100% know they don't know what the hell is going on here. They're
actually quite intelligent. It says actually. They're actually quite intelligent.
They look like they're going to be very loving, very caring. They're going to be pleasant. They will not say a bad thing about anybody or anything while they're in sequester week 1. I don't think they'll be saying anything bad about anybody at all.
They understand people, particularly the girl. I'm going to just pause that right there because it says the girl.
Yeah, so...
Anybody, go. Just go. Just go. I don't know where to go.
Here, let me say this. I agree with Jen. I freaking love her hair. Like, if I saw her out in public, I would go out of my way to tell her how amazing her hair is. We have also talked ad nauseum on this podcast about how each of us patched 20 pounds in our patch, and by the time we came back, there were 6 pounds in our bag because we threw out everything.
Mm-hmm.
If she makes it to lead 3, she is going to hate the hair that is down to her ankles. She's going to hate it.
She better cut it or she gets no chance. Well, she won't make it to like 3. I don't think. No. But
that kid's going to faint and she's just going to vibe on him or something. Throw him a mocha latte.
I mean, she is a gym owner though. Like, to me, it's like you would think somebody who owns a gym is going to dominate all the physical challenges. There's no way that her hair is not going to get in her way. I don't know. Yeah. It's not going to be a hindrance.
You're on the American Ninja, whatever the hell.
Jump in the water. If there's a water challenge, she's done. That's going to be 40 pounds of hair that's going to be dragging her down like this. That's just no. I love what you're here for, but kind of.
Maybe she ties it up or something. I don't know.
You could tie it up, but it's not going to stop it from being heavy. Where are you going to tie it? In the back?
So Rich is a life coach.
It goes all the way down, almost to her ass, like past her ass cheeks.
I thought it went to the ankles.
It might.
I don't know. I'm just caught up on the whole life coach. How does one do that?
You know, you just tell people who are sad and depressed that everything's going to be okay.
So who's going to tell him that when he's on his way to sequester?
Sound a little light. Like they're I feel like the people who end up being great motivational speakers have come from some serious horrible thing happening.
Redmond Ramos.
I want to know what that backstory is that gives them this platform that maybe kind of gives them that authority. But they sound like they're just, it's a lot of words right now of like this thing that isn't really a thing. So
would she shave her head for the $1 million if that was back? You know what I mean? Like,
well, the answer is not yes. She shouldn't be on the race. Period.
Rachel.
I think she shouldn't. She should not have come back.
Yeah,
I'd ask Tara to do it.
Times after that.
Yeah, like anybody who wouldn't shave their head, I not just because I'm bald. Like, your hair is going to grow back. Your $1 million is not going to grow magically in your pocket, but your hair is going to grow back. This is your one shot. Just do it.
My thing is, at this point, it's season 34. You should have watched every season if you're going to be on the show.
Yeah.
You know there's a chance you're getting a tattoo. You know there's a chance you're shaving your head. You know there's a chance you're jumping off an airplane. You know there's a chance you're going down a water slide. Like, if you're not game for all of that, why are you on the show?
Yeah. I don't see it for them. I don't see it for them.
Are they going to use pronouns this season?
No, I don't know.
It's fine if they do, Justin. Or Justin, goodness. I'm so used to calling Justin out, Joey.
I don't know how that's going to work out. It never seems to really creep into the Amazing Race. That seems more of a Big Brother Survivor type of thing. I don't think it's ever been an issue on Amazing Race with people.
I don't know.
Because it's always they and them, because it's usually a team. So
I was being facetious.
Yeah, you're a dick.
That means being a dick.
Yeah. Okay. Final predictions. Keyword dictions. Joey Covino. What do you got? Bottom 3. Who's your bottom 3 there, Joseph?
Oh, jeez, pick anybody, but. Okay, so definitely Emily and Molly, the twins.
Okay.
The
Yin Yang twins.
Yeah. Either one of the dances, and then a third.
Rex Ryan making it past your top 3? Isn't that man?
You know,
Wow.
I'm only doing this because he's going to be 4th out because he's funny as hell, and I really want to watch him. So I think he might beat out the engaged girls or something somehow. Like maybe there'll be a roadblock where he doesn't have to do anything except sit there and talk.
All right, top 3. Who's it going to be, Joseph?
Top 3 is going to be Abby and Will.
Okay.
Definitely the 2 brothers.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go crazy here, and I'm going to go with Luis and Michelle. Oh, not Luis and Michelle. I'm sorry. Glenda and Lumumba.
Glenda and Lumumba. Wow. Did not expect that.
Did not see that coming.
Jen.
I know. I think they're gonna sneak by.
Wow.
I think they got the right attitude for it.
Jen, what are you thinking? You seem to be a little off today. I don't know if you just what medication you've been on, but you seem to have high hopes for teams that none of us have high hopes for. Who's your bottom 3? Let's get to the bottom. Who's it going to be?
Okay, bottom 3, Quentin and Maddie.
Okay.
Emily and Molly. And then I'm kind of in a similar position to Joey where I kind of want Tim and Rex to stick around beyond the first 3. So like I'm between Rich and Dom. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rich and Dom. We're gonna hold out for Tim and Rex.
We love Tim and Rex.
James Earl. Oh no, sorry. Top 3. Who's top 3 there?
Okay.
Yeah, who's your top 3?
Abby and Will.
Okay.
Yes.
Derek and Claire.
Okay. I can understand that.
Marcus and Michael.
Okay.
Jen, we had 2 of them.
Wow. Asta and Law. Oh
Nina.
my God, Asta Law is her last name. Asta and Nina. I don't know.
You were hesitant with the top 3.
But if I don't put, I'm gonna leave them out.
Ooh, okay.
Right now, but
don't just judge just based on sex, Jen, or gender, or whatever the hell it is.
I'm trying not to, and that's where I don't know if like because I want there to be a female team there is making me want to put them in the final. I don't know, and Derek and Claire, those 3 teams are the strongest ones. They stand out to me, so I have to go with those 3.
Okay, James Earl, bring some sense to this. Bring some sense to this.
So my bottom 3, Tim and Rex, they're out in the first 3 legs. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they are. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes,
they are.
100%.
I am also going to say Glenda and Lumumba.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then Jen's gonna hate me, but Osta and Nina.
Whoa!
There's no way.
Yeah, I think you're wrong on this one, James Earl. I think you're wrong.
We are gonna have some battles this season. They're gonna have some.
Jen are on the same page.
Battles. All right, top 3, James Earl. Top 3.
I'm gonna say Derek and Claire, and then I'm gonna go Marcus and Michael.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put big money on something.
Ooh.
Jen's going to hate me.
Emily and Molly?
I do. I'm going to say that they're...
What?
I am.
Wow.
I stand by the fact that they are strangers. They're strangers.
They got the same DNA. They're literally the same person.
This is amazing. Each of us has someone in our top 3 that is in someone else's
bottom 3.
Yeah, that's great.
This is the
that
most...
Is how, like...
This is a crazy.
We have 60 seconds of video on these people.
Yeah, it's so hard this season.
We were like all the same last season,
and we were all right though.
Yeah.
This season is so tough to decide, and I think it's tough to decide. I think
60 seconds of people. The only people we really know about are Derek and Claire. That's the only ones we really know about.
Yeah, I get it. A bottom.
Rex Ryan.
Yeah, a bottom.
Stop it, Joey.
Not in terms of a competitive reality show, but
yeah, bottom 3 are Linton and Sharik, who are the father and daughter. Yeah, I don't think they'll make it out of the first 3. Rex and Tim definitely, and Rich and Dom. I they look like they're in great shape and they could like squeeze to the middle of the pack, but I have them in the bottom 3. I just don't think they're here for the right reasons.
She is still stunning though. She is.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful and I love her hair. It's unique. It's extremely unique and it helped defines who she is, and I'm sure it's a huge part of her personality and what she represents, and that's go for it. You could be a mer fairy. Listen, I think I'm a knight, like I would love to run a race in a suit of damn armor, but it's just not convenient for me and it doesn't make any damn sense. So I won't. The hair. Okay, top 3, I think easily Abby and Will are easily in the top 3. I think there's only 2 teams that actually are competing to win this race. I think the only 2 teams that actually have a shot at winning are Abby and Will and Luis and Michelle.
You don't think Marcus and Michael?
No, I don't think so. I think they're literally
Luis and Michelle?
Yep.
I had to look back at who they were just to tell you.
Luis and Michelle, she's the backup dancer for Pitbull, and he's the firefighter. Firefighters got a tremendous amount they got an incredible skill set. They are used to working with a team. He's young. He's in great shape. She's young, in great shape, extremely well-traveled. They both have incredible personalities.
Well-traveled?
Yes, she's toured the world.
Band doesn't make you well-traveled.
She's toured the world. She's toured the world. She's been in other countries. I was a dancer for a long time. When you travel, you have lots of days to go out and wander and explore cities and understand conversions of money, the fastest ways of travel, the places, the people that you could talk to get the information the quickest. I like them.
I like that we all disagree.
I like them. And
I love it.
And I didn't give a third, did I? Or did I?
No, you said Luis and Michelle, Abby and Will. Who's your third top?
This is it's tough for me. I want to say Derek and Claire, but
they're going to be top 3.
But because they're young, athletic, they know what they're doing. They're going to have the Big Brother helpers all around the country.
Competitive reality TV.
I mean, and it's the Big Brother factor. They have a ton of fans who are diehard enough to help them get past the certain obstacles. So I want to say them, but I'm not. I'm going to say it's going to be Aubrey and David, the ones who are last minute cast because they're not going to overthink things. They're just going to be doing it. So that's my top 3. If somebody's in chat write this down and post it somewhere, our top 3 and our bottom 3, post that somewhere in the chat so we could want to tweet it out or tweet it so I can retweet it out so we can go back and look at these things. This is the most diverse top 3, bottom 3 that this show has ever had. So it's gonna.
Me and Jen are teaming up this year.
It's gonna be a very interesting season. Okay.
I'm going to reassess my own assessment after the first episode.
Yeah, I guess we all can.
We don't have to change this one. I think this is still...
Yeah, I mean, we can make our official picks after the first episode, which is what we tend to do. We say if are there any changes, except obviously for our first boots, which, it's been fun watching Rex for one show. But we'll see. Did any of you watch the challenge?
No.
I'm going to binge it, no.
No. Okay.
But I didn't binge it.
I was going to ask you about how you think the Amazing Racers did, and if any of you...
I heard they did very well.
Well, one of them did.
Kayla, right?
Kayla did well.
Kayla did well.
Kayla did well, and actually she should have won the way it ended. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but the way the season ended was embarrassing. So would any of you do the show?
I mean, Jen should. Jen's built for this show.
Hell yeah.
I
think you'd fucking dominate that show.
I probably would say yes.
Joseph?
I would do it.
I think you'd be fun to watch. Joe?
For a minute.
Joe? Yeah. James L?
I fell down with a hip.
I'm not
going to say no to any experience. Do I think that's my skill set? No. I think I'm built for more like a survivor person. I
a lot more strategic,
a lot better than I just do brute force.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I think you underestimating yourself because I think physically that you would be highly underestimated and people would get their ass kicked trying to do certain things against you.
Well, I'm just feisty. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna try. If you put me in that situation, I will fight.
You know what it is with you, James Earl? Your stamina. you'll be able to keep your mindset the same after 10, 12, 14 hours like you do at work.
No, because I've worked 36 hours in a
right. The guys who go to the gym for 3 hours a day and then eat like 6 chickens, sometimes they lose it after a little while. So that show, I think you could do pretty well on it.
And like I said, I'm not saying no. I just don't know if that's my best skill set.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Yeah, you should definitely
be fighting. Know that.
You should definitely be on Naked and Afraid.
Just because he wants to see the unedited version.
You missed that ship. You broke up with me. So I feel like you don't get to see this temple anymore.
I would 100% do that show. I wouldn't do Big Brother if they asked me. I'd enjoy doing Survivor. I think Survivor would probably be a lot more fun than the challenge, but I like the fact that the winners of this challenge get to go on and compete against the winners out of all the other countries and have like a grand championship. I love that mindset. And I like this version of the challenge better than the MTV version because you're competing against the other reality shows, which I think is cool, rather than just competing against Johnny Bananas and CT for literally 20 years. So I think it was really fun to watch. I hated the way it ended. I'm just gonna say this.
I want to watch it now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this. If I don't think anybody that's on this show would ever quit. That's all.
I'm not a quitter.
I don't think anybody on this show would ever quit, especially because it's cold. Like, oh, I'm not, but
who did that?
Dude, you gotta watch the fucking season. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. I like the people who won. Don't get me wrong.
Sarah Lucina won, right?
I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody, but the two people who won were in my top two to win. There was 2 other people who I thought were gonna compete against them. So I have no problem with the people who won. It's just the way that it happened. I was just like, come on, man. All right, so that's the challenge. Podcast. If you guys want to check out the podcast, it's on all the major podcasting places. I will upload it usually right after the show. If not, it'll be up tomorrow on all your major podcasting. If you do listen to it on podcast, I would really, really appreciate a review. Just letting the podcast place know. It just puts in the algorithm and helps people. So I would appreciate that. Questions, comments, concerns. Anybody got something that they want to talk about or promote?
My life's boring.
Jen, and tell them where people can go buy an Escapade.
Escapade.us. Got some pretty cool camping trailers for sale.
I think you should check them out. I think they're really awesome.
Those are incredible.
Take a vacation sometime. You should rent one. They're very fun.
They're pretty awesome. Joey, now that you're retired, where can people see pictures of you in love with some beautiful woman here?
In my bathroom. I'm doing my bathroom over. That's what I've been doing. So
there you go. All right. And I will be playing Dungeons and Dragons every Monday night. That's all I have in my life. My kids, my wife, and Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, I'm one cool thing that I'm working on right now is I'm trying to downgrade my life 75%. So I want to literally get rid of 75% of everything that I own because I think we own way too many things that we don't use.
I saw this on Family Guy.
I love this idea.
So I'm literally I posted 100 things on eBay yesterday, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I have probably 2,000 items that I'm going to be listing. So I'm probably going to be going to list as much as I can every day. So if you want to check that out, you can go to justinclassic1.com and just click on the eBay thing or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. You can help me out and you can get some cool stuff. And if you need anything, literally anything, I have a little bit of everything. Just the weirdest shit. Trust me. If you
just
look,
want your love and affection.
Yes.
You don't happen to have any of those
you always have
giant letter harness chair thingies, do you?
The sex swings? I have one of those.
Yes. Are they clean? Are they serviceable?
I can't tell you where I got it.
I don't need an adult right now.
I can't tell you where I got it.
Why James are looking around like one's gonna pop out of the closet next to him?
Do they see it? Jesus. All right, guys.
What life you think I live?
Thank you guys so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of my beautiful co-hosts, Jen, Joey, James. You guys really bring
the chat was awesome tonight, by the way, guys. Thank you so much for everything.
Very fun.
a light into my world that is truly missing for the majority of this year. So I appreciate you and every single one of you who took the time to watch this or listen to this and made it this far. This is why we do it. We do this for you. We appreciate the time. We know it's the most valuable and important thing that you have. And for you to spend any of that with us means the world to me. We're just a bunch of freaking reality show nerds who love talking about our favorite show. And we're glad we could share it with you. Wow, she's beautiful, Joey. Good luck. I mean, congratulations on that. If you have any questions, comments, write us on social media. All the links are down below. And just use the hashtag Racist Recap and I'll see it. We love you. We miss you. We see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Oh, man. And...